Hey there, and welcome to Ontario Math, and it's the first one for the new school year of 2013. And this year I actually have a pretty amazing bunch of grade 7 and 8s. So I'm going to be doing some of the math for 7th and 8th grade this time here. So I'll get right into it, and we started doing greatest common factor. So I just wanted to do a video to help them and maybe some other people of how to find it and strategies to use. So step one, well, I'll get into actually the steps. I'll try to solve the question and go to the steps later. So the question is, list the GCF, which is just short for the acronym for greatest common factor. List the greatest common factor for 12 and 20. So step one is pretty easy. We're going to list the factors for the number, and I say as a rainbow because the pattern will kind of look like a rainbow by the end of it. It does help if you know some of the multiplication tables, so you don't have to think too hard or miss some numbers here. So let's start it off. Here's 12. Okay, so I'm going to write 12 there, and then list factors. Factors are two numbers that multiply to give you a product. So in this case, 12. So what multiplies to give 12? Well, 1 times 12 obviously gives you 12, right? And I'll just join it by this line here because 1 times 12 equals 12, right? What else? 2. 2 times 6 equals 12, right? 3 times 4 equals 12. I know I have all the numbers because now I've gone up slowly, right? 1, 2, 3. My next number is 4, and then it goes to 6, 12. So because my last two numbers were 3 and 4 right beside each other, I know that that's all the factors I can think of because I can't really have 3.5 or 3.75 times something equals 12. So this is as good as I'm going to get. Let's do the same thing for 20. So I'll put 20 down here, give myself a little space, and do the same thing. So 1 times, well, 20 equals 20, and 2 times 10 equals 20. Anything else? 3? Well, no, not 3. 4? Well, yeah, 4 times 5 equals 20. So again, I'm as close as I can get here, so that's it. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20 are factors of 20. Now I need to find common factors first before I find the greatest common factor. So circle all of the common factors. So they're numbers that you can see in both lists of factors. So common factors just means factors that are the same. So in this case, in this list, look at, I can find 1 and 1, so they're common factors. Oh, 2 and 2. 2's common factors. Not 3 doesn't appear in this list. 4's are common factors. 6, 5, 10, 12, 20. So the rest are not common. They're not the same. I can't find them in both lists. So our common factors are 1, 2, and 4. Finally, the largest common factor is the greatest common factor. So 4 is the largest number, so the greatest common factor is 4. And that's how you do it, and that's how you solve for finding common factors, greatest common factors of two numbers. If you had another number, like for example 12, 20, and 30, then you're just going to list 30 down here, list all the factors again, and compare all of them to see which one's common and the greatest common factor. Now that we're done with that, I kind of am going to do a really quick bonus thing. So sometimes you'll be asked to find common factors maybe of larger numbers, like not everything's going to be 12 and 20 or 2 or 4. Life would be way too easy for that. So for example, if you have a larger number like 20, you might struggle a little bit to figure out what all those numbers are because a larger number can be pretty intimidating. So a bonus strategy would be this. Start to list the factors for 20. So instead of 200, try 20. Drop one of the zeros there, right? Because we just solved for 20. It wasn't that hard. So drop a 0. So for 20, we had, I just wrote there, 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. So you can add a 0 to any one of the numbers to find the factors of 200. So for example, 200 could be 1 times, instead of 20, I'm going to write 200. I'm adding a 0. 2 times, well, instead of 10, I'm going to write 100. I add a 0. 4 times, instead of 5, I'm going to add a 0, so 50, and so on and so forth. So that might help you solve for larger numbers like 200. Hope that helps you a bit. Have a good night.